right here.
Okay, Mother.
That's a good song. I like that song.
The little black mustache, he came to see me one Sunday night, and he almost stayed till 3. 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 The little black mustache.
Yay! That's the one we like. Good.
That's a great song.
Very good, Mother. Very good. Okay.
Listen, were you taking a picture?
No, I'm not taking a
Bill
photo.
Bailey.
Huh?
Bill Bailey right there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Look out.
Go ahead. You play. I didn't know if you was going to go get
I don't know. My keys started clicking.
Oh, that's good.
Right, Jones had to get in there.
And
That
now,
was
ladies
good,
and
Mother.
gentlemen,
You want to do it, or is that it?
there.
I'd love to see what he's got.
You want to watch it?
He doesn't have.
Yes, Ronnie.
Oh,
we
I
had
thought
a
we were
practice.
eating.
We'll have one.
I never did any work growing up.
I thought I did.
She
but
just
I
sat there
didn't.
and smiled, and she still does it.
And that's where Bones gets it. The same habits.
Where's Bones?
I don't know.
All right, now ask her happiness.
What has she got? A Hoover?
Yes.
That thing up. So now what?
Listen here, don't take it, but I'm eating for heaven's sake.
All right, I'll turn it off. Okay, it's off. Now what's that? What story?
Did my mom ever do any housework around the house? Keep a clean room, etc.
Should I tell you the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, now, did that come out in the same words?
No,
No,
it's not even on.
Well, to be honest with you, I did a lot of the work. I did most of the work because I said when they got married,
They would
they'd
do all.
have plenty to do. So I kind of saved them a little bit. To be
Alright.
honest with you, it was my fault.
But then by doing that, you didn't let him practice.
Huh?
You didn't let him practice the work. You know, you have to. It's not. You can't just learn to clean. You got to practice it all the time to be good at it, right?
What do you mean practice to work?
But you didn't. You didn't let them. You didn't. That's not a. You didn't let them practice as children. So when they were older, they continued to be poor
They
cleaners.
automatically learn that. See, they
They learn from watching you, right?
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
that's the way it is. Because I said, well, heaven sakes alive, they'd always have to be, they'd have plenty to do when they got married. You see, she had 7
Okay,
more.
I understand that now, but what about?
That's exactly right. She's telling you that's okay. I don't care. 'Cause she's right.
She never worked.
She doesn't
Did
lie.
she ever keep a clean room?
I think they did pretty darn good.
Yeah.
They did better than my grandchildren are doing it now.
Oh.
Did Carolyn and Aunt Janie and Aunt Paul, did they ever fight?
No, not really.
When was it? When
I
did,
tell you,
do you remember anything?
But I'll tell you, the only time, one time, I had the 3 girls, I think. That's what I had, I think. 3 girls. I said, you lay on the bed, and I'm going to give you a spanking. I took off my slipper, and I gave each one a good pat. And that's about the only time.
What'd they do though? Do you remember what?
I don't know what they done anymore, but I said, lay on the bed there, every one of you, and I'm going to give you
The
a
spanking.
good spanking. And I took off my slipper, took one of those slippers, bing, bang, boom.
I heard a story once. They were angry with you, all the 3 sisters, and they said we're gonna run away. And so they started running. They were packing up their bags, and then your husband came home, Grandpa Tony,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Where are you going, girls?" And they go, and they were like 7 years old or something. They go, "We're running away. Mom's being mean." And so he goes, "Wait for me. I'm going with you."
Bob said that.
No, Uncle Grandpa Tony,
Oh, he said it.
your husband.
No, Mother's
And did
right.
What?
It was Bob.
Oh, I thought it was her husband.
I happened to be in here working on this, but Mother was right. It was Bob, the little brother, our
Oh,
brother.
he wanted to go
He
with?
said, "Wait for me." He came in and said, "Wait for me. I want to go too."
And where'd you guys go to then?
Down to the down the hill to the culvert, right where the chokeberry bushes were, right? And we went down there and stayed for maybe, we thought it was a long time, maybe an hour, and hid in the culvert. And we came back with our, and we were ready to, we forgot about it. That's the only time I remember.
I know one time
J.D. can tell you
I know
too.
one time didn't I say, well, I'm gonna leave and leave you here or something. Didn't I? And
I think he did. J.D. would remember that better than I would. But you did say that once. But you never left. You never left.
I don't know. No, I
I
never
never
left.
asked J.D. Because I don't remember half those things.
Oh, sure.
So were you a good shot with a 410?
Huh?
Were you a good shot with a shotgun?
Was I a good what?
Good hunter.
Well, I wasn't, but I used to hit my old birds once in a while.
Yeah, pheasant?
Huh?
Pheasant, right? You'd shoot pheasant.
Yeah, that's what I shot for pheasants.
With
I just go, we lived here, and down here is about
Yeah,
a half a
imperial.
mile,
Yeah,
and then
it's
we
out
go
of
this way a
California.
mile, and this way a mile, and this way a mile, and then this would be the other half a mile. So that made around.
That much
I'd go around, and if I saw a pheasant, I'd shoot it, and I did it too. I usually got it.
all right.
Yeah, I usually got the pheasant. There was, but there was a lot of them then, so
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
but then,
I'm gonna
anyhow,
eat it all.
I was a pretty good shot, but I don't know now if I could shoot.
Did you hunt other things besides pheasant? Did you hunt rabbits or
No.
squirrels or?
One time there was a snake in our basement, and I happened to see it down there, and I don't remember. I know I went and got the gun, but I don't know if I shot it or not.
There was a snake in their basement.
Yeah, there was a snake in our basement once,
You
and
shot
boy, and our basement was a dirt basement, or well, it was very nice, and but I saw it, and that thing was over there in the corner, where this was went down that one, and over there, and I saw that. And I didn't know if I should shoot. I don't remember if I shot or if I didn't.
But you shot at it, right?
I don't know. I don't remember. But I had a notion to, or if I don't know if I told me when he come in or he got it. I don't know how any got out of it.
You probably shot it and cooked it up as soup.
My mom was telling us stories about the bathroom, and they couldn't find there was no bathroom. The bathroom was outside in an outhouse, and so you told them. You said, "Oh, just go in the corner of the stage back over here." Is this true?
That's true. And pretty soon, that came over in the front of the stage, and people saw that.
Oh,
I suppose they did, but of course the stage was. But that's the truth. That's the truth.
How old were they?
Well, they were just little kids like this. Because when we had our band back, when they, how old were you, no.
What's your name? Carolyn.
Jane was the drummer. Let me see. No, when did we start? No, they were all just little kids, and people, maybe they did see that, and it maybe come to their mind, oh, that was water, but in those days you didn't think of anything,
Yeah.
People, but they were kids. We could make all kinds of mistakes, but we didn't. But we did keep good time. And that's one thing, if you ever get into a band, you keep your time. And you can make all the mistakes you want, but as you keep that rhythm there, they're going to dance and they don't know it. But if you lose time, isn't that right? Oh, yeah, I thought that was one of the girls there.
Uncle Bob, you thought you were one of the girls.
Man. He's gonna come over here.
That's
I'm
a
getting-
fact, though. We did
Just gonna
keep
come
good
over.
time. We made mistakes, but we did pretty good. We did fine. And they liked our little dance band regardless.
Yeah.
And they didn't know notes from Adam, but after when they got a little bigger, we read orchestration there, but otherwise.
Keep
So
good
what year were you born?
I was born in 95,
1895.
I think. That makes me
God.
95 right now, I suppose. And I'll be 96 in February. And I was born on Lincoln's birthday. He took all the brains and he gave me what was left, and I don't think there was anything left.
Give you 5, 6 mean young'uns.
That's right. 5 mean.
Oh man.
It's true.
Now what about that? What about that?
Never shot anything but the 14.
Oh, okay.
But that was
Yeah.
that was easy.
Grandpappy, how many grandchildren do you have?
I had-
43?
I had when they asked me,
Everything.
they asked me.
You got your 4.
Yes.
43 grandchildren and
They asked me one time. They asked me, and when they,
Move it, Ron.
I thought that was mine.
You ate already.
You ate his once
Well, where's
already.
my toast?
Your toast, I'll give you a little bit of mine. You haven't eaten that yet.
That's just cross.
You gotta eat it.
Well, anyway, I had 42 and a half, and the half was on the way. So we went to a dance that night. Tony was gone then, I believe, or was he here? Because he never went to so he must have been gone. He must have been passed away. I don't know. But anyhow, let me see. She died in May, and Pat was born in April, I think. And so anyhow, at the time I said I had 42. We was at a dance, a Saturday night dance at the Melody Hall,
Mm-hmm.
and they was going to give a prize away whoever had the most children or grandchildren, I suppose it was. And so then I didn't say anything, and they were going on.
what is it?
10 and 12 and 15 and 20 and going up, and when they got up to 30, I guess nobody had them, and then I said, well, I had 43 and a half, or 42 and a half, I guess that's what it is. I don't know if it was a half anyhow, something. And they looked at me and said, well, I said, there's one on the way. And so then that's where the half was. I got a box of candy because I had the most grandchildren.
Yeah. Well, right now, so you have 43 grandchildren and 16 great grandkids. So 59,
I don't know.
59 people are dependent on your existence. Hey, they're.
You ate already.
Darn.
You taking pictures, Ron?
No.
No.
Oh.
We're just hearing some stories about the Sherry sisters going to the bathroom on the floor of a stage.
When they were 10 years old.
Yeah, I heard about that.
There was a snake, and how mom never did any housework.
Which that's where Bones learned it from. They're both the youngest.
Bones lies on his back.
Bones.
No. Actually, I think she just grew tired of it.
Well, do you have to, are you, what are you doing?
I
Huh?
was married.
Uh,
I don't either.
What does that mean? You have 10 kittens if you don't locate it. So yesterday you were full as a tick?
Yep, and today?
And how's your liver? What does that mean?
You know, I went in one morning, my supervisor,
Add
thank
water
you.
to it.
Well,
The whole thing in them, like,
I went in one
might
morning,
well
we had a
be.
meeting, there's maybe, there's about maybe between 90 and 95 companions like I am. And, of course, I guess I'm the oldest one there, but then I act like the little
Oh, we found
two-year-old.
something.
But anyway, I went in and Nathan, I said, oh, good morning, Nathan, how's your liver? That's
And we
what
had
he said.
Shelley left over.
He kind of looked at me for a minute,
No, why not?
he kind of took him by surprise.
We have so many
He said,
leftovers.
fine, how's your pancreas? Well, that was fine. Okay, pretty soon somebody called me and said, something wrong with Nathan's liver?
Liver?
No, I said, that was just my greeting.
Yeah.
How's your
That's
liver?
hilarious.
Chili in it, you know.
How's your liver,
But,
Nathan?
most of them don't.
So then,
Well, boys like it.
Nathan knows me, and that's why he come to me and he had that little right of, I think he kind of liked me because I'm silly, you know. At first, now he knows that I kid,
Oh, yeah.
and I might tell the truth and still be kidding at the same time, but I come out with the truth here. And he knows me, so I think he kind of likes me.
I'm not even
Because he
hungry.
come and said, Mayor, I wanna have a little, I wanna have a little write, I wanna have a little write-up about it. Can you, and he asked me a couple of questions, and I told him. And that's how I said, I guess I put in there that something about, and I said, oh, I guess I'm just a plain ornery or something. So he put that in there too. But anyway, that was-
Uncle Bob, this is really good. Thank you. This is really good. Let's get. You're not filming, but these are probably the best eggs I've had in a long while.
You didn't ask her how many great-grandchildren she had.
Yeah,
Yeah,
16. 16 she is. She's got a lot of kids.
Yep.
And if you didn't live, none of those people would be, I wouldn't be here. None of those kids, 59 people wouldn't be living today.
Well, I suppose that's right.
I suppose so.
I think that's pretty neat.
Well,
Maybe their souls would just have different bodies, Ron.
What if some of them came out as Negroes?
what? What if some came out
You don't have any-
Negroes? Well, how could they come out Negroes?
You don't have any black grandchildren, do you?
I don't think I have.
Oh, right.
Would you like some?
Huh?
Would you like a black grandchild?
Well, if I had to have, if I got it, you know, there's
Yeah.
some darn pretty nice, good-looking Negroes. They have
African Americans.
They have such shapely hands, and they're pretty, you know. But if I was to have, now, like if you was gonna marry
Oh, don't.
well, I'd accept you
Hey,
because.
Grandma Happy, don't worry about it.
Well, no, they're all right. They're okay, but
You're right. I think everyone should own one.
huh?
Right. Black. I think coloreds are all right. I think everyone should own one.
Hey, Bill,
What I didn't get.
Colored people are all right.
Bill.
I think everyone
Okay.
should own one.
But leave them mingle.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. But then there are a lot of white people that marry colored and vice versa. You know.
Not on my block, Grandma Happy.
But if it would, I'd accept them because they're now like
Don't be spread.
Jane. She had Sadie. I liked Sadie.
Who's Sadie?
Sadie was her maid,
Oh yeah.
and she took care of Marilyn a lot. I didn't she,
Mrs.
Bob?
Phillips.
Huh?
We had Mrs. Phillips. She used to stop Bones from shaking his body. She'd go,
Did
"Cut that
your
out."
mother have a colored maid here?
Mm-hmm.
A good old darky, we used to call her.
Mrs.
I didn't
Phillips.
know that.
And she started stealing my money out of my bank when I was 5 years old. So we had to, no,
She did.
no, but she was very graceful. Had very pretty hands. No,
She was a pretty thing.
I'm kidding.
Well, maybe that's why their hands are so pretty. They're pretty sure. Well, no, but they are. You see, even, but they're getting so many more colored people on television now. And pretty soon there won't be any white people on there.
That's right.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
But I do. I don't like Indians because I don't know. They're
I mean, American Indians or?
Oh,
plain common Indians that we have up in South Dakota.
Okay, okay.
no, yeah.
They're just, but I mean, I don't care for them. I don't.
Were they mean or?
No, I guess they aren't mean or anything. But I don't know. I just soon have a colored one. In fact, I believe I'd rather have a colored one for my relative than I would have an Indian.
Wow.
That's a good one. Yeah, Ron's old girlfriend is gonna marry an Indian guy. Ron's old girlfriend. Ron almost married an Indian lady.
Oh, you mean you have a girlfriend she's Indian?
Me? No way. No.
Don't you have any good?
I had 5 girlfriends, but they're all white Polish girls. Or
What about you, Ron?
How many fingers do I have? 11.
No, you have 10 fingers and 2 thumbs. So I would say you have 12. 7,
No, I have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
5.
6 and 5 is 11. I have 11 fingers.
You got 6 on that hand and 5 on that. So you show him the 6 again. This
Well,
is
I
the 6.
think-
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. That's 6. Then I have 5 on this hand.
What,
So.
how did you start your count? 5?
No, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So I have 6 fingers here and then 5 on the other.
8, 7, 6.
So he's got 6 right there.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
6
6 and 5 is 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you counted crooked.
That's right. You're missing out on one of those. Just because it ends up on 6 doesn't mean he has.
What would you rather? What about having a Japanese girlfriend?
No, I don't know. I don't want that.
Yeah.
What would be worse, a Japanese girlfriend or an Indian girlfriend?
Hmm?
What would be worse, a Japanese girlfriend or an Indian girlfriend?
I'd rather not have either one.
Hey, I think Japanese would be worse for you. I'm running out of questions for Grant Ham, but that thing's not on, right? You should watch this movie, RoboCop 2. It's really. Did you watch many movies? No, not at all. When was the last, when was the last movie you saw?
I never get a. The only one I really know is Marilyn Monroe and Bob Hope and just some of those older ones.
Hey, how old is Bob Hope about?
Well, he's up in age. He's up in, I think, the 80s.
Whoa. He's a young guy. He's just a kid.
Huh.
He's just a
Yeah,
young
he's young.
What's your high score in bowling?
Huh?
Your high bowling score.
My highest one was 224. But that was just once.
The average is.
And I couldn't tell you my lowest one because I had a lot of low ones.
What's your average?
Her average was what, like 140 or something?
Oh no, I think my average was maybe around 130. But that was an accident when I had that 224. I don't know, I just got
Wasn't
stripes.
that- you were hot. It was a peak experience. It wasn't an accident.
Hello, Bob, what you got in your mouth?
Cigar.
Cigar. We forgot one of the orange.
The other leg was over there, and there was a horn down here, and
And
good night. They used to get up and go to school. I tell you, one daughter crowned the other daughter queen. One daughter was queen, crowned the other daughter queen. Where did Bob come in? He was a king.
For what, high school?
High school.
They were smart in school, and they had to drive 10 miles. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, they drove 12 miles, between 10, 11 miles to, when they went, before we moved off the farm, they was driving to school, to Madison. But the kids, that was just the oldest ones.
So they were.
That's
So
right.
there were
Orange
three
on.
homecoming queens or three queens in a row or something.
I had two.
I'll have to use that
Genevieve
one.
was up,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was the oldest. She was up for one of the queens. And there was 5 in there. Well, naturally, I think she was picked, but the one happened to be one of the teachers there, you know.
Oh.
His daughter was in. Well, she got picked. And I know darn well it was Genevieve got it, but that was, but she was up for queen. Okay, then when Carolyn and